We all know that the way that rents are rising here in the Las Vegas area is ridiculous.
I'm finding out that moving in the spring is a lot harder than moving in the winter or fall even.
For $2,000 a month, you can have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath townhome.
Yo, what's good? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. And in today's news, just as you thought, rent prices couldn't get any higher. You thought you were going to get a break? Rent just might be going higher. Check this out.
Why is apartments in the hood starting to cost the same price as luxury apartments? You telling me I got the options to wake up with birds chirping or police sirens? So you telling me I can pay $2,000 a month for roaches and gunshots, or $2,000 a month for high ceilings and islands? I ain't gonna lie, it's a tough choice.
Here we go again. Ain't this wild? And this is just the beginning. I'm not even going to elaborate because he pretty much said it all. I'm just going to keep going.
So I've been trying to explain to people that you cannot outrun the cost of living going up. Eventually, everywhere in the U.S. and everywhere in the world, the cost of living is going to go up so much that you're really not going to be able to get by with minimum wage. So the best thing for you to do is to try and increase your income through your career, whether that's in tech or whether that's insurance adjusting, or if it's healthcare or anything like that. But if you can try not to go in too much debt and not have to go back to college for it, that's the best way to increase your income quickly. So keep that in mind, because I was able to move here to Atlanta because I work a remote job and I'm still making 6 figures here in Atlanta. So you gotta get your income up so you can live wherever you want and live the life that you want to live.
Doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't this sound like something I preach in all my videos? This one right here, they got their head on straight. I like this one right here. I like Simone. This is exactly what you should be doing. This is exactly what you want to hear from level-headed Americans, people that understand, people that truly understand. People that understand that we're in a crisis and it's time to get your ducks in a row. Good job, sis. I rock with you.
How are we supposed to buy a house when my rent is going up another $195 a month? It has gone up $720 in 4 years for the same place that I live in. $8,640 a year more for the same place I lived in 4 years ago. I'm sorry, property taxes are not going up that much that landlords are charging that much more. We have to stop blaming the economy, the government, the president. It is greedy people taking more profits in.
Haven't I been saying this? The greed. That's all it is. Greed. Corporate American greed. These people are just greedy.
When people tell you just move somewhere else, why would I move to another state that's cheaper? Why should I have to uproot my family, lose my career, just to afford to live somewhere? You're implying people who live in where I live now don't deserve a fair shot at cost of living. And places with cheaper rent pay lower salaries. That's how this whole thing works for the most part. And my girlfriend's a teacher. Like, if she moves to a state with a cheaper cost of living, she might not even have a pension or her benefits anymore.
I mean, I do get that, and I completely understand exactly what he means, but sometimes that's just the way it is, bro. Bigger cities, they always have been more expensive. It's always been that way. Smaller towns and smaller cities are generally behind on the curve. That's just how it's always been.
Instead of telling the middle class to keep, looking somewhere cheaper, why don't you all align together and get people out of control that are doing this to us? You are always closer to being homeless than you are to being rich. Everyone just assumes one day they're going to get rich. And that's why they don't stand up for people just like them in the struggle right now. If not for the raise I got 4 years ago, I would be totally screwed. I don't even want to hand out or help. I just want things to not be so crazy expensive every year. Go buy pizza from where I work. Go buy my merchandise. I don't know. Not a handout, just...
I mean, I completely understand his plight. I understand why he's griping, but I hate to inform you, it's only going to get worse. You're saying get these guys out of there. Well, you guys might want to start voting at your local level. I'm not even talking about the president. I'm talking about your local level. You guys need to go get involved. That's the only way you're going to get these people out of here. That's the only way you're going to get these greedy people out of here.
It ain't no way that renting an apartment is this expensive now. What's really going on, bro? The market for apartments is crazy. Not even just apartments, houses, all that. It's the norm is $2,500. What's really going on? How do y'all expect people to get through the week? Just I don't get it. Bro, I feel bad if you ain't working right now or something. It is crazy. And then it be the apartments that don't even be nothing special about it. It ain't them high-rise apartments. It's the simple one bathroom, 2 bedrooms, living room, and that's it. At the end of the day, bro, the something gotta shake. A reality check has to come in play. I don't know what's been going on these last couple of years, but I don't like it. Like, bro, you can't even tell nobody like, yeah, I'm gonna move out and I get 18 to get a man. That's damn near throwing them to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, how motherfuckers be like, your parents be like, hey, you gotta move out when you get 18. I wish motherfucker would tell me if I was 18.
Man, my guy's funny, but he's right. I'm never telling my son he gotta move out when he's 18. Not in this economy. Not what the hell I'm seeing. As long as he's abiding by the rules, I'm not, and I'm never going to be too strict on him. He's a growing man, but as long as he's abiding by the rules, keeping the respect between me and his mom, he can stay as long as he wants. I'm building this up to leave to him anyways.
So for $2,000 a month, you can have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath townhome with mold. $2,000 a month.
Is this true? Is this $2,000 a month for that is crazy. I don't care where you at. That looked like some shit back in my hometown, Chicago. That looked like some shit that you would see on the South Side. That's crazy. $2K.
I'm finding out that moving in the spring is a lot harder than moving in the winter. I'm finding out that moving in the spring is a lot harder than moving in the winter or fall even. At least in New York, they actually raise the rents higher in the spring than they would in, say, the winter. Also, a lot of the places I've been seeing, when I get to the showing, there's like a bunch of other couples there, like 2 or 3 or 4, and this is in the outer boroughs. I'm so shocked. I thought that was just happening in Manhattan or like Park Slope or something. It just feels like another humiliation ritual to add to the list of humiliation rituals.
How y'all feeling about that? What y'all think? All my New York people, let me know something. Let me know something in the comments. Is this true? I would really hate for it to be that way.
We all know that the way that rents are rising here in the Las Vegas area is ridiculous. Just out of curiosity, I looked at the apartment that I rented back in 2019. It was a 2-bedroom, like 930 square feet. Back then, it went for about $1,050 a month. Now, it goes for almost $1,600 a month. That is unsustainable, especially when you consider the fact that people are experiencing stagnating wages, higher prices all around, and cuts to public benefits. We have to change this. And one of the things that really infuriates me is when you hear about these corporate landlords using AI and algorithms to price fix. A study showed that practice by these predatory corporate landlords here in the Las Vegas area raises rent on average by about $90 to $100 a month. So that's just adding to the pain that people are experiencing. And that is why it is crucial that we ban that practice and we take other steps to bring down that cost of rent for Nevadans so that we make life more affordable. And again, I'm Tony Smith, running for Nevada Assembly, District 20, and I am the only candidate in this race that refuses to take any money from corporate landlords. I hope I can count on your support.
Everybody out there in Nevada, everybody, y'all need to vote for this man. That was disgusting. I was so angry just now. I almost punched my keyboard. These people are using AI to dictate how much you pay a month for your rent. Trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to warn y'all, it ain't looking too good. I get it. It be like that. I used to deal with that. When I lived up in a bigger city in Colorado, yes, I used to deal with that. I completely understand. It makes you want to contemplate your whole life. Figure out another exit. I get it. I've been there.
If you need to make 3 times the rent to get an apartment in the US, then shouldn't the minimum wage be a third of the minimum rent for a 1-bedroom? Like, think about how insane that actually is for a second. Landlords require you to make 3 times the rent, but jobs aren't required to pay you enough to even meet that. You got people working full-time, doing everything right, and still not qualifying for a basic 1-bedroom apartment. And that's not on work ethic, that's not on discipline, that is a system problem. Because the expectation is just make more money. But how? How the fuck do we make more money? Rent keeps going up, groceries go up, everything goes up, but your paycheck? No, sit down, bro. Your paycheck stays the same. And so now people are forced into roommates, moving back home, or stretching themselves so thin financially that one bad month will wipe them out. And that's why so many people aren't even relying on income anymore. People are picking up side hustles, freelance work, content gigs, anything to close that gap just to qualify for housing. Like, I've even been seeing people getting into UGC and finding these opportunities through platforms like SideShift, for example, just applying to different gigs and stacking extra income just so they can survive. Because at this point, we're not even trying to get ahead. We are just trying to put a roof over our heads.
Damn, he summed it up quite well. I've been saying this for the longest. He's speaking for all of us right here, but this one, I really don't know. Normally I would have something positive to say, but for this one, I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to continue to go on. I'm sitting back waiting to see myself. With that being said, I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys have ran my last video about the rent prices. Y'all ran that video up. It's an honor to be amongst you guys, sharing this content with y'all. And even though my channel is still new and fresh, you guys are rocking with me, and I really appreciate that love. So please, comment, subscribe, share, do anything you can. Like I said before, it spreads the love. Like I always say, and like I'm going to always preach at the end of my videos, it's time to work on yourself. I know it's hard, but any way you can, it's time to save, build you a savings, stack your money, do what you need to do, invest, but just work on yourself. Things are getting hard out there. Things are getting tough out there. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know how long this is going to stay the way that it is. But hey, until next time, y'all.